Hi, I'm Tristan Beckenstein. I'm the head of the Consciousness and Cognition Lab, professor of consciousness in the Department of Psychology in the University of Cambridge. And in this lab, we, of course, do cognition and consciousness as the main topic. We have three lines of work. One primarily related to transitions of consciousness when you're falling asleep, when you're getting sedated, or maybe when you're fainting, or for disorders of consciousness. Effectively, what we want to look at is how you transition from one state of consciousness, let's say awake and aware, to another one that is slightly different. That could be an impaired conscious state, or could be that is slightly less efficient. And then we are integrating your capacity to respond and how you can think when you're awake, and how that changes until you, for example, stop responding, or you start to make so many mistakes that you will crash a car. That's one line of work in the lab. The other line of work is related to computation and modeling. So aspects of computations, of how models of how the brain work, related to attention mainly, and that allows us to learn about the computations in the brain, the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then fix computation models, mechanistic models of the brain, and then we can integrate that with consciousness too. And we have another line of work, which is related to how you feel and your subjective experience, what is usually called phenomenology, or neurophenomenology, brain phenomenology. All of these three main lines of work with different students, young researchers working on them, integrates really nicely, again, the theoretical framework of how consciousness works, and how can we think about consciousness as an integrated theory and in a testable manner. So can we test consciousness? And in particular, the work from NER, it's very important because it allows us to capture the theory, this relativistic theory of consciousness, into the three areas of the lab. So that's why I'm so interested in continue working with Nir on this project, because his theory allows us to integrate the three areas of the main interests of the lab in a theoretical framework, but also complementary. We can use the lab, the power of the conscious cognition lab, to test the theory and validate the theory, to make it real. Because a theory can be in pen and paper and remain for decades, untested. And then, until someone decides to do it, or has the capacity to do it. So we have both. We have we decided to do it, and we have the capacity to do it. And of course, we need your help, because things are, even if they're not very expensive, they require some help. And for that, to make them happen, we have this sort of plea to make it more communal. And if you're going to contribute, that's great. And if you want to also contribute, intellectually, you have ideas, we would also welcome any ideas, because that's what citizen science is. So yeah, the consciousness and cognition field is underfunded compared to other neuroscience fields or cognitive fields or neurology in general. But it's possible to make the people make a difference, from the ground up. Not everything has to be decided by the government or big funding agencies. We can still do citizen science that makes fundamental discoveries and understand fundamental aspect of who we are, and that is consciousness.